New at 10, we are learning more about a series of complaints filed with the state bar against Pima County attorney Laura Conover. The complaints are related to Conover's involvement in the Lewis Taylor case.
So Taylor, if you remember, was convicted of causing the deaths of 28 people in the Pioneer Hotel fire back in the 1970s. He's been out of jail since 2013 after accepting a no plea contest. Our chief investigative reporter, Corus Nylander, spoke to the former chief criminal deputy for the county attorney's office who filed the complaints.
The bar complaints were filed by David Berkman, who worked in the county attorney's office for the previous administration. In March, Laura Conover entered a diversion program. She was asked about that during a Democrat debate as part of her re-election campaign just a few weeks ago. Her response left Berkman concerned.
In the investigation, they did decide that a Facebook comment I responded to a constituent as a candidate in December of 2019 could have been more clear. As a candidate and as an official, I'm held to a higher standard. I'm happy to be a lifelong learner.
That was Pima County attorney Laura Conover's response to a question about her recent state bar complaints during a Democrat candidate debate held in Green Valley April 27th. David Berkman, who filed the complaints against Conover in 2022, which included more than 20 alleged violations, feels she wasn't taking the issue seriously.
Her making light of it when you're talking about misconduct with respect to the interests of justice and a major conflict is inappropriate.
The complaints were related to her involvement in the Lewis Taylor case, where Berkman felt she had a major conflict of interest. In March, Conover entered a diversion agreement, which requires her to complete a special program on ethics. That closes out these complaints, but Berkman feels this doesn't mean she didn't commit misconduct.
In the diversion agreement, what people need to understand, before the state bar involves themselves in diversion, they have to determine that there's clear and convincing misconduct, and ethics violations. Obviously, they did that.
Berkman is suspicious after the timing of events. Just a few days prior to the diversion agreement being released, Conover announced her separation from the Lewis Taylor criminal case.
She conflicted off the criminal case just about 3 or 4 days before diversion was imposed on her.
Laura Conover sent us a statement reading, quote, "Now that the entire matter is completely closed, I am happy to report transparently to the public that a Facebook comment I made as a candidate 4 years ago could have been more clear. I watched a recorded class, spoke with my attorney, and learned a lot. After the state bar got my participation certificate, they closed the entire case. As for Mr. Berkman, I just cannot give him attention. Today alone, our criminal unit is prosecuting the most important criminal trial of our current times. The civil unit is working on further briefings to protect reproductive rights for all Arizonans, and I am continuing to work with the bipartisan coalition of Arizona border county attorneys I formed to fight the new version of SB 1070. I remain focused on our public safety work." Now the Lewis Taylor criminal case is being handled in Pinal County. Laura Conover conflicted out after spending several years tied to the case. There's a federal civil lawsuit seeking monetary damages. It's going to go to trial here at federal court July 8th. Reporting from downtown Tucson, Corus Nylander, News 4 Tucson.